that gang gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, we famed up, got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm Weezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang. East Coast with the gang, West Coast with the gang, Lover with the gang, you know we don't play gang.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 test, testing, test equals a test equals. Welcome everyone to episode 1127 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Welcome everyone joining me on Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, and Twitch, and thank you for banging ye old ear holes. Thank you for slamming your ear holes with the knowledge cock over on Apple Podcast, on Google, Android, Apple people. You can subscribe to the podcast everywhere. Make sure you do so. And I'm saying what's up. Today's episode is brought to you by these sick fucking gains in the beard, as always, and powered by Swolenormous X. So if you're new to my content, if you're new to the show, if you're new to everything, you can get all the latest information and check out the main menu, all the links for apparel, for the blog, for memberships, for the Daily Swole Club. Everything is over at swolenormousx.com, and it's on the screen. It's in my bio on Instagram and so forth. So check that out. Brand new video over on YouTube as well. Brand new Ask Papa Swolio today, and new videos pretty much every fucking day. Every day except that one day, I think last week, when YouTube was glitchy and wouldn't let me upload a video. But never fear, Papa Swolio is here. Papa Swolio will always come back strong. Coming back strong, coming back, dropping lots of shit over there, dropping lots of nips over on YouTube. So we'll be here for a hot minute because I got a pump to do. I got a pump to get on. Got to get on that pump. Got to get on that pump train. What'd you work out today? Today is Freestyle Friday. We'll talk about anything. It's kind of Q&A. It's kind of just what the flow is. So we'll see what comes up. Just kind of want to let the topic float. Topic always floats on Friday. We don't get into things in hardcore specifics, but make sure that you are also some other good places to check out the new question sticker over on my Instagram stories. I'm putting those up a lot because I'll be answering a bunch of questions. I can answer them in my story, and I try to, and I was adding them to my highlight reel, but apparently I can only add 100 things to a highlight. I always max these things out. I always create so much fucking content that there's nowhere. These apps can't handle all my content. The apps can't handle it. The apps can't handle all Papa Swolio. Can't handle Papa Swolio. They can't. I went to add more highlights to this one section, and it said you can only add up to 100 highlights per thing. So I was like, oh, so I'm answering all these questions. I'm trying to add them to the highlight reel, and I can't. I'm not going to just keep on creating new highlights, so I'll probably delete some of those and tighten things up a little bit. But oh well. I can't tone it down. Instagram and Facebook, they just want me to be less of an overachiever. Fine, try it. I'll put the content somewhere else. I'll find it. I'll find some way to put it out there. I'll make sure you get it in your face holes. I'll make sure you get it. I'll make sure you fucking get it. Eat it. You know you want to. I'll make sure you get that shit. Let me bump up. How's the audio? How are we looking? How are we feeling today? Can you hear me okay? Am I coming through? Can you hear me in the back? I just turned it up a little bit just to make sure that you're all getting what's good. Do men build muscle faster than women? Yes. That's a simple question. Silly question. Of course they do. Men have more muscle and they're stronger naturally. Oh, that's not true. Men and women are equal. No, they're not. No, they're not. Despite what society wants to tell you, men and women are very fucking different. Very fucking different. And you can't just choose to be one or the other day to day. That's not how biology works. That's not how the world fucking works. Stop your fantasy bullshit. Fucking people are crazy. People are fucking nuts. Everyone's got something. It's cool. You believe what you want. You believe what you want. But when it comes to things like that, when it comes to actual science, oh yeah, well, men are stronger. Men got that testosterone tip. Men be pumping that shit out. Of course men can get stronger. Men will build muscle faster. Men will be stronger. It's just natural. It's normal. Not every single man. There are plenty of women out there that are stronger than, if you just pick them out of a fucking hat. To put on size, do you think raising carbs or protein is a better option? Both. You're going to be getting more calories in, so you're getting more of everything pretty much, aren't you? Ain't you? That's simple. I don't like going completely no carb. I don't like just doing keto. I don't feel like doing keto is optimal for muscle building. I don't think high carb is necessary either, but I like having my carbohydrates. You also have, when you talk about nutrition, you have to define that too. What do you consider high protein? What do you consider to be moderate carb? What do you consider to be low carb? What some people call low carb, some people will call low carb keto. Technically, keto is low carb. However, keto or ketosis is specifically a subsect of low carb. Yeah, no carb or minimal carb is going to be low carb, but low carb can also be consuming carbohydrates and not being in ketosis. So nothing is perfect either. You're not always in ketosis. And sometimes you're in ketosis even when you're not doing ketosis type dieting overall. But your body is going to formulate the effects based on what you normally expose it to. If you're normally exposing your body towards the keto type dieting, it's what you're doing in the majority of the time. That's what you're doing the most frequently. That's going to be what you're going to see the changes from. That's what your body goes into different gears during the day. Your body will burn more fat certain times, depending on what you're doing for exercise, depending on its energy requirements. Sometimes it's more efficient to metabolize fats. Other times when energy is needed now, like right away, glycogen, glucose, that's what your body goes for. So the glycolytic energy systems, when you're lifting heavy, when you're doing a sprint, your body doesn't have time to go through utilizing fats for fuel at that moment, needs explosive activity. So your body will generate energy from ATP, energy from sugar. Depends. It's just basic physiology, but your body does a little bit of everything all the time. I don't know what you're asking, D2H. I know you're trying to get us to understand what works for us. That's the whole fucking point of life. So yeah, but maybe the questions wouldn't come off super vague if you look at in a way as us asking what you do. It's not important what I do. That's why I am sharing what I do. What are you talking about? What podcast are you listening to? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you guys listening to? What are you paying attention to? You have to listen. You have to listen and then respond. We need to have this conversation. It needs to be like ears open, 2 lanes of communication. Of course, I tell you what I do. What do you think I'm doing here for 1,100 episodes? It's all what I do, and it's all about what you need to be doing and what you need to be adjusting. It's everything and all of it all the time. All of it. All of it. All right, let's see what else is going on. So today's not going to be a long episode. I don't have anything particular for you in terms of major topics. We covered a lot of stuff this week. We covered a lot with nutrition. We covered a lot with training. Today, for me, I'm going to do an arm workout. Let's see. It's a little bit on the quiet side. Everyone's fucking off on a Friday. I like to come on a Friday and call you all lazy pieces of fucking shit, because I know a lot of you are completely punched out and a lot of you listening are not going to go to the gym and you're going to make excuses today. So sometimes an evening Friday cast is important just to make sure that everyone's staying on track and staying focused and doing what you need to do, not what you want to do. What you want to do is irrelevant, completely irrelevant. What you like to do in the gym is irrelevant. What you like to eat is irrelevant. You'll learn to like things. You'll learn to like what works. Let's talk about that. You learn to like what works. If you don't have results, you don't like anything you're doing. If you don't like your results, if you don't like where you're at, you're not going to like the food you eat. You're not going to like the training you do, but you group everything into not being happy with where you are. That's why you don't like the food or you don't like the training. I need something. I'm bored. Are you bored or are you just not getting the results that you want? If you're getting the results, you're going to fucking love it. If you get results, you're going to love what you're eating. People ask me, do you enjoy your food? Do you love the food you eat? Yeah, sure. I mean, it tastes delicious. I crave it. It's my fuel and I love the results. So yeah, I keep on fucking doing it. I don't think about enjoyment, but I do enjoy it. I don't know if it's really enjoyment or it's satisfaction or both. It's hard to separate those things sometimes. But being bored, having entertainment. So let's say after the podcast, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work. I'm going to the gym to work. I'm going to work out. I'm going to the gym to work. That's a job. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym and I'm going to do my required job and then I'm going to leave. And then I'm going to do more work. I'm going to do more stuff, other things. But yeah, I'm going to the gym to put in work. You're not going to the gym to have fun. Whoever's watching this, listening to this, all of you, you're not going to the gym. If you're going to the gym tonight, or you're on your way now, or you went earlier, you didn't go for fun. How many of you went to the gym for fun? Did you go to the gym for fun? It's a silly question because I know you probably didn't. I mean, if you did, you probably didn't. What would you do? Like a Zumba class or something? If you go to the gym for fun, like going to the movies, you're not going to get great results because your mind isn't in the right place. If you go for fun somewhere, you're not going to put in a lot of effort and you're not going to put in the right effort. Now you can enjoy training. You can enjoy results. You can be passionate and disciplined, but it's a different type of mindset. If you go for fun, if you're looking for entertainment, if you're looking for stimulation, that's not the right way to think about it. So you shouldn't be thinking about it as fun. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's not fun for you. You can't have fun. You can. But my point is you want to have fun and enjoy it as a byproduct of getting the work done and making it happen for you. It doesn't matter what you enjoy about it. It doesn't matter if you find it entertaining is the point. The point is it matters if you're putting in the work that you need to and getting results. You're probably going to enjoy it. You're going to look at the gym as a lot more fun in that sense if you're getting results. You're not going to hate the gym. You're not going to hate your nutrition if you're getting amazing results, if you're getting what you want. So if you're doing the things that you should be doing to get what you want and you're reaching your goals and you're achieving, you're making progress, you're going to enjoy stuff. You're not going to either that or you're not even going to think about it as enjoyment. You're just going to be doing the things that you need to do to get what you want and you're going to be satisfied, right? You're going to be satisfied with what you get, the outcome. You can enjoy your training. You can enjoy your fitness, enjoy taking care of your body. My point is don't go looking for fun because you're not necessarily going to do the things that you should be doing because the things that work are work. If I went to the gym for fun, I could go and watch TV. I can go and dance around. I can go do fun exercises. But fun exercises are just going to I'm going to be a little sweaty. I'm going to be a little tired, but I'm not going to get great results. Repetitions are not fun. Repetitions are boring. Repetitions are repetitive. I think you know what I'm saying. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It doesn't mean you can't have fun in your training, but you should not be approaching your fitness. Hey, I want to have fun. What can I do that's fun? That's not the right approach. I want you to think of it more. And look, you think about it however the fuck you want. But in my opinion, you should be approaching your fitness with that work ethic, with that discipline. Like I gotta go and scrape shit up. I gotta go get dirty. I got to put in that fucking work. And then as a result, that fun and enjoyment or entertainment can come as a product of getting results and feeling good and happy with yourself and satisfied and proud of yourself. Papa, can I just do lighter squats because of knee arthritis? Sure, you can do whatever you want. Practice yoga, do all those things. You can go lighter. I mean, can you? Sure. Is it going to be the same as doing heavier squats? Of course not. I don't think you should stop doing squats. I think you need to work around it and I don't think you should stop doing squats, because even just a body weight squat, you should always be able to. That's one of the reasons why I sleep on the ground. I sleep on the floor. I have the mattress pad on the floor instead of the bed. I like getting up in the morning. I like getting off the ground. It's very functional. It's very mobilizing, especially first thing in the morning. You have to get up, but it gets you using your muscles. It's more natural. I think it's better for making sure that you stay mobile and you keep your balance and you keep your ability to get up and off the ground. It'll translate over into later years. Birthday this week. So what? Is your birthday going to celebrate? Celebrate what? I think birthdays are bullshit. What are you celebrating for your birthday? You were born, you existed. I think I don't like birthdays. I think birthdays it's like a made up holiday. Everyone's got a birthday. Everyone's born. No one's special. I don't think anyone is special just because you were born on a day. So was a billion other people. That just came up because you wrote your birthday, because then it's just an excuse to go and like, hey, I was born this day 30 years ago. So what? It's like, so fucking what? So what was your birthday? Who gives a shit? I came out of my mother's pussy on this day. Everyone did. Everyone in the world came out of someone's vagina. Everyone in the fucking world has a birthday, was born. Is okay. And it's over. Holidays are more understandable than birthdays. Holidays are more understandable. Oh, come on, man. Fuck. Go do what you want. I just think it's stupid. I think celebrating birthdays are silly. I don't like celebrating my own birthday. That's my opinion. I'm free to it. This is my podcast. You can go and celebrate and take 3 days off and drink and eat shit. For what? It's just an excuse, and you know it. It doesn't change the fact that it's an excuse. But it's your choice, and you can do what you want. It's your life. I eat burgers. I eat grass-fed beef like fucking all the time. So I don't need a birthday to have an excuse to eat a burger. Burgers are amazing. You can do whatever you want. Just don't pretend like it's not an excuse. Totally is. Any tips for someone who is starting lifting weights after 35? The same as if someone was starting lifting weights at 18. Lower testosterone levels. You got to get your food right and start training. Elimination diet, and start with a beginner strength training program, but make sure you're doing tons of yoga. Tons of yoga, but elimination diet's going to help with your hormone levels, or help get you kind of evened out and figured out where to begin and where to focus on in terms of macros and shit. Wow. Oh. How can I train myself to push my limits when exercising? By doing it. It's mental. It's mental strength. It's training. Physical training is just as much mental as physical, probably more mental, because you have to, when you feel that burn, when you feel that acidity build up, when you get to that fatigue point, what's happening is your body is defending itself. Your body doesn't have the ability to contract and to shorten muscle fibers anymore. Your body starts fatiguing. Your body is essentially being like, all right, I don't have much left in the tank. We got to be careful. I'm just about out for this movement, whatever that movement is, whether you're running or lifting or benching or squatting. So your body starts fatiguing. It can't go forever. However, it's also a defense mechanism, because once you start getting to the end of your muscle engagement, your muscle activation, your muscle endurance, things are going to start falling apart. You're going to start rounding your back. You're going to start arching. You're going to start whatever it takes to move that weight away from your body and to complete the repetition. But eventually your body is going to give out. So your body has these defense mechanisms and these governors, so to speak, to prevent it from getting injured. And that's why you have all these signals in your brain. When you're doing a hard set, it's telling you, stop. Oh, this burns. Stop. You know, the burn is different. The burn is different from good pain. There's good pain, there's bad pain. When you're doing a set in the gym, where you're doing curls or something, your arms are burning, or you're doing squats, whatever the exercise is, there's a different type of burn. There's a different type of discomfort for that than for someone who is doing, for example, or who gets punched in the leg, or you bang your elbow. That's a different type of pain. That's a different type of discomfort. And when you're in the gym, you have to train your brain. You have to overcome that. Okay, I can do more. I can push it. I can do some forced reps. I can get a spotter. Of course, I'm not saying go and keep on lifting even when you don't have good form and your body says give up and you just keep on going, you keep on pushing. I'm not saying that. But you need to just overrule that and get those types of forced reps, those types of extra negatives, those types of isometric holds, and those types of burnout sets. Just got to keep on going. It's very hard. I mean, it's very easy, but it's also very challenging. It's nothing complicated. You train yourself by doing it. Like anything else, if you want to get better at basketball, you have to practice basketball. If I wanted to get better at podcasting, I couldn't just read books. I have to just do it and learn how to set things up and learn how to post things in audio. With anything, with training, you have to learn. You have to do it. You have to learn by doing. You can't learn about fitness in a book. You can learn about fitness in a book, but I've seen these people that learn fitness in a book and don't know the first fucking thing about applying it. And that's where you get these debates online. You get a lot of debates online from these science, I don't want to call them nerds because it's just a fun classic term, but you get these science heads and then you compare that to people that are fucking doing in the gym and they call that's bro science and that's mer. I think people depend too much on scientific studies and not enough on the shit that works in the gym. There has to be this balance. There has to be information that we're gathering from a lab. But whenever you're doing tests in a lab and if you're doing a proper scientific test, it's always in a vacuum. You're always looking at one or two variables in a very specific situation that's blanketed and separated from real life and all these other factors. So it's almost like, okay, in this case, it might correlate a little bit, but in the real world and reality for individuals of 7.5 billion people across multiple, many different ethnicities and diets, and it's like, well, how can you say that that's the case? How can you say that that's absolutely true? So there's the application of these principles and people that are actually doing it versus those that just kind of read research or sit in front of a computer reading, going through articles, checking out everything, assessing a lot of things, but not actually putting the work where their mouth is. It's very important to put these things into practice because some things that you think might be great just might not work for you. There's certain styles of, let's say, carb cycling. I fucking hate carb cycling. I don't know why people ever do that. Like, who wants to micromanage their food, period, but then restrict their carbs and then overeat and then remove them? I just never liked trying to measure my days based on that. I'm like, fuck that. I'd rather be somewhat lean all year round than try to like fucking shred and then bulk and shit. Fucking over that shit. Over that shit. It's no way to live. Again, my opinion, but a lot of what I say to a lot of you're starting off, you're trying to get results. You have to go extreme. I'm telling you from experience, you have to go all in. You want to bulk, you got to fucking be training hard and eating big and doing that for fucking years. You have to go all in. You have to push on that. It's not going to come after a couple months. You have to really go in and go hard on that. Again, it might seem it's not easier for me to say, oh, it's easy for you to say you have biceps, you have muscles. I'm saying it because I've done it. I'm saying it because I've gone through that. And I know what I was doing. I know what I was doing when I was bulking. I know what I was doing when I was eating so much fucking food every fucking day, when I was just destroying myself. I remember I was there. I did it. So I know what it takes. And a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't really putting in that kind of work. And I remember it because I did it. I know what I was doing and I see what other people are doing and the questions that they're asking. You should just be not talking and doing more work rather than speaking about it. You should be putting this stuff into practice. What's up, Eve? Papa Swole, I'm so grateful for your content. I'm in recovery from bulimia, and you've helped me so much to think of food and exercise as a way to heal myself for the rest of my life. Thank you. Thank you, Eve. I'm glad. Excellent. 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 Yeah, those extreme swings, a lot of people suffer from that in fitness. That's another reason why I don't like the whole cheat meal thing. I think you should be eating better foods, but eating the better foods all the time. If you're going through these swings of extreme restriction, and then you just binge and eat thousands of calories on the weekend or on a certain day or a cheat day, it's not a real healthy relationship with food. I'll have some content coming out about these like 10,000 calorie challenges. I don't like those things. That's gross. Who wants to force? You're not just eating. A 10,000 calorie challenge is not a cheat day. It's like, let me see how much I can force in on purpose. Let me see how much I can eat. It's like, why do you want to force feed yourself? You can eat comfortably and have fun and enjoy the food that you're eating without shoving your face to the point of feeling like you're going to throw up. I don't understand that. It's not a good relationship with food, and it doesn't send a good message. Sometimes when I curl too hard, I get cramps. How to prevent that? I don't know. Drink more water. Maybe you have some magnesium deficiencies or something. Maybe you just need to practice more. You curl too hard, you get cramps. I don't really understand the context of that question completely. So, sorry. Can't answer that really accurately. Hey, what's up, Finny? Dude, you're now a pro video editor. Trying doesn't feel like I'm a pro. Doesn't feel like I'm a pro. The more you learn, the more you realize, wow, people out there are really fucking good. People are really good at video editing. The more you edit videos, you're like, fuck, this is hard. But I've gotten very good at doing what I need to do for the content that I want to create. And then after that, okay, I'll hire someone if I want to get super fancy. But now it's just about, okay, I know how to do that, getting other people to do it for me. Certain things. Yeah, I'm to that point where I kind of figured out how to do the stuff that I need to do. Very easy. Just like fitness. You Google it. Hey, I have a question about this. Google. Cool. Answer. Done. Move on. Move on. Try it. Put it into practice. Try it. See what works. Hey, try this thing. Cool. Let me look up this. Cool. Let me look up that. But don't just absorb information without doing. Put it into practice. Try it. Go to the gym. Try it. Try an exercise. Try a movement. Try failure reps. Try doing more sets. See how you feel. How do you like it? I mean, like, how does it work? You apply it. Put into practice, put into effort. And we talked about this yesterday. What's interesting and what's amazing, and I think what also confuses people, and this is very important, this is probably gold, so I'm glad you all stayed here for this episode. If you look at what most people want to build muscle, men and women. I don't care how much muscle you want to build. I don't care if you want to lose fat. People want to, when you're lifting weights, if you want to lose body fat, if you want to lose body fat, you'll lift weights. If you want to gain weight, you'll lift weights. No one wants to just put on fat. So you're gaining muscle. In order to gain muscle, you could do it in so many different ways. You could do high reps, you could do low reps. It's not all high reps, not all low reps, but pushing to failure, doing more volume. There's so many different styles, strategies, drop sets, triple sets, 21s. There's just fucking endless amounts of things that people figured out. And it's not really figuring anything out. They're just doing different things. Hey, we'll call this the Papa Swole technique when you press 3 in this way and then do 3 reps like this and do 2 reps like this and do 5 like this. All those things like, oh, this protocol and this method is just made up shit. It's just names given to something because someone was like, hey, cool, let me try this. Oh, it works. I like it. Good pump. Doesn't mean you do it every single workout, but there are so many different ways to overload the muscle. Progressive overload could be with volume, could be with frequency of training, could be with a certain exercise, could be with resistance, could be with different types of resistance, could be with drop sets, it can come in so many different forms. But it's the overload. You can build muscle with different things. You don't have to be always getting stronger to build muscle. You don't have to have your squat go from 3 to 310 to put on size. You can build tons of muscle by not squatting ever over 300. You totally fucking can. You don't have to be the strongest person in the world. They're not linear. It's not always the same. Strength is not matched up identically to muscle size. You need to get stronger if you want to put on more muscle overall, but it's not like, hey, if I'm not getting stronger, I'm not getting bigger. And most people look at strength, hey, I'm not getting stronger or this, but they want more muscle. So they're going for strength, but they're not going after hypertrophy. They want hypertrophy, but they're training for strength. They want to get bigger and they think, oh, I need to go up in my bench, up in my squat. So they're always asking about strength and going up. And I always ask, why? Why do you care? Why do you care about getting more on your squat? Why do you care? They see that number going up as being progress, but they look in the mirror, hey, I'm not getting big. My legs aren't getting big because you're not doing bodybuilding. You're doing strength training. It's not the same fucking thing. Hypertrophy is not the same as strength. Yeah, I'm editing most of my stuff. But at the same time, I also have other ways. I have other people at the same time to facilitate the output. I don't bring anyone else into the team for something that I can't do myself. master something, get skillful, understand it, understand where your weak points are, where your strong points are, and then bring people on for the weaker areas. And usually for me, it's output. It's like the time. That's the one thing about video editing is it takes time, and I can only edit one video at a time. And if I have like 13 fucking videos, I can film all day long. I bottleneck. If I'm the only one doing it, I bottleneck. Because then if I don't do it, then it's just me just fucking sitting in front of a computer editing all the time. Then I don't film, and then I don't feel like filming more because then I have all these videos I haven't done yet. And then I have literally just gigabytes or terabytes. I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of videos that will never see the light of day that I filmed over the past 3 years. So many videos that just never got edited. So much content that just never got out and never will. Unfortunately, it's just going to be lost in the archives, but I have terabytes of just footage that never got a chance to get edited. When you see people at the gym who look like they need some guidance, would you talk to them or just do you? I just do me. I just do me. If people ask me a question, I'll answer it, but I'm not going there and just training everyone. If they look, I don't really pay attention to what other people are doing. If something looks extremely dangerous, because so many times I have gone up to, and I've mentioned this to people that have been doing the most dangerous, ridiculous, outlandish stuff, and they just don't care. So fuck it. I can't help everyone. That's why I do this content. I'm contacting enough people. When I go to the gym, it's my time. I'm not there to train people. If you ever tried helping someone in the gym or offering guidance, you know what I'm talking about. Just don't. Unless you're a trainer working there, just do your thing. Do your shit. I don't go around. I'm not like fucking Robin Hood when it comes in the gym trying to train everyone. And nah, you got to fucking put in the effort too. Yeah, the preacher curl guy, that fucking guy. He's like, yeah, I'm strengthening the back. You don't strengthen your back doing preacher curls, bro. Take the weight off the fucking bar. I'm not going to get into that. I can't even explain what that was. Literally breaking his fucking, oh God, that hurts me to think about it. Still does it. And the same guy puts on like 4 or 5 plates on the seated calf raise. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Ignore it. Am I brainwashed into thinking a set of 10 is always what you shoot for, or 12? You're brainwashed into counting. Absolutely. I never count 10, 12, this. A lot of you, those of you that are in Swole Enormous X, you know that for the workouts and the training, it's always a range. It's always like, hey, you want to get like 10 to 15 repetitions, higher range reps, or lower range reps, like 6 to 10. And I ballpark that so you know if you get 11 or 12, fine. If you get 2 or 3, it's too low. You need to go lighter. So you're getting anywhere between 6 to 10, lower end or higher end. What's the preacher curl, man? It's a story from another time. I'm not going to get into it right now. Just someone with really bad form. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's one of the purposes of the Daily Swole, is to be here every day for good or for bad, for good or for bad, for better or for worse, just like a marriage, right? I really appreciate that you interact with us daily. Every fitness YouTuber preaches that this is a lifestyle, but you actually do it. So it helps me invest in myself every day too. That's why I do this every day, because I do it for myself too. It keeps me accountable. It keeps me consistent. As much as I love doing the podcast and talking to all of you and talking fitness and talking shop, it's still for me. Like if I'm making content, and I talk about this on the Audio Experience podcast, on my second podcast. I also talk about this just on Instagram too. Whenever I'm posting content, it's for me too. I post it for me too. Whenever I say, get the fuck up off your ass and go to the gym, like on a Twitter post or something, I post that because then it holds me accountable. Right now, I'm telling you, did you go to the gym? Go to the fucking gym. Right after this, my gym's only open for a couple more hours. I'm like, fuck, well, I can't sit here and tell all of you, go get your fucking pump on. Why? What's your excuse for not going to the gym? Well, it's raining. You don't feel like it. It's Friday. Fuck you. Go to the gym. So if I say that, I got to go to the gym. I'm not going to be a fucking hypocrite and sit around here. I want to do yoga. I want to be like, oh, I'm kind of tight. It's 5:30. My gym closed at 8. It's kind of rainy. I got some more stuff to do. I could say that, and I was going to for a little bit. I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm going to go. I could do it tomorrow. I might heal a little bit better tomorrow and feel a little stronger. I'll just go light today. I'll go and I'll do my arm workout and I'll do some different things. I did rack pulls yesterday. I'm fucking sore. My traps and my shoulders. Oh, feel good. Feel good. I'm just not going to do heavy movements. I'll do some more isolation. Ooh, I'll isolate. I'll squeeze. I'll get the bomb. I'll get the sick bomb today. Y'all. Haha. Don't count until it hurts. That's a good one. You can do that. That's one style. That's why I watch your ads. You watch my ads? Oh, so I get paid on Google, on YouTube? Thank you. Yeah, watch that shit. Watch those ads for razors or whatever they put. Fabletics or whatever ads are running on my videos. So what if you just go until you feel a fatigue and then rest or move on to another move? Is that an incorrect or aspect that would lead to a quicker injury? Go until you feel a fatigue and then rest. I don't understand the question, the context. It's not that simple. It is, but look, when you go to the gym, you fucking push. If you're brand new, here's the general way to think of it. If you're brand new in the gym, don't go to failure on your sets. And what that means is you can't do another fucking rep. That's the last rep. The last rep you could possibly fucking do. And most of you, even when you get to the last rep that you could possibly do, you're not really at failure or anywhere close. So when you're brand new, you don't push to that failure point because that's literally like what your muscles are just tapped out at, and you're going to get really sore. You're causing a lot of damage if you're brand new in the gym. If you've never really done sets to failure, maybe throw in one at the end of a series of sets, at the end of one exercise. Do 1 or 2 failure sets, maybe 3, one time when you go to the gym, and then see how you feel the next couple days. If you're really sore, back it off or stay there and adapt and then address it later on. But bodybuilding and building muscle is about increasing the overload, increasing the volume. That's why bodybuilding splits do more chest and back, chest and triceps, back and shoulders, or back and biceps. That's why that's considered a bro split or a bodybuilding split. That's the way that bodybuilders have broken up body parts, because when you start doing so much progressive overload and so much overload and volume, if you're going to do 20 or 30 sets for a body part, let's say you do a chest workout. Let's say you're a pro bodybuilder. And of course, let's put aside the steroids and aside, okay, they're doing that for a lifestyle and that's like their career and that's everything that they do. Fine. Okay. But let's say you're doing a chest workout. You do 20 or 30 sets. What if you're going to do chest and back and shoulders and biceps and triceps and legs and like everything in one workout? What are you going to do? 100 sets? You're going to be there for 5 fucking hours. And that's not good either. Any person that's building muscle, that trains in the gym, there's 2 reasons to go to the gym: to fucking go and put in work, and to get the fuck out. You want your workout to be concise. You want to go there, get in, get out, so you can start eating again if you're trying to bulk up, so you can get out and start recovering. The sooner you get out of the gym, the sooner you're recovering, the sooner you're repairing, the sooner you're starting to rebuild what you just fucked up. You're not rebuilding when you're in the gym. You're fucking your shit up when you're in the gym. So you need to recover. And the sooner you leave, the sooner you can start recovering. So you go in, you break it down, you get out and you recover, and then you go back again. Drop sets. What about drop sets? They're great. They're excellent. Would guys be annoyed if a girl asked him to check her form when lifting? I don't want to be inconsiderate and interrupt others' workouts. It's just like any kind of human communication. You can ask, and if they say yes, but then again, do they know? Do you trust if they know what they're doing? Maybe if there's a trainer walking around, you can ask. You could ask, would a guy be annoyed? I don't know. It depends on the person. Some people are annoyed easily and some people aren't. Some people, if they have their headphones on and they're in the zone, you can tell when someone's kind of slacking and just kind of hanging out at the gym, or when someone's putting in work. If you don't go ask the guy who has a hat on, fucking dripping in sweat, doing supersets, hey man, can you give me a spot? Fuck you. I've turned down spots before. I'm not here to help you train. If I'm in the middle of like a short rep superset, I'll be like, yeah, I just got a couple more rounds and I'll come over. You're on my time. So and I'm not saying I'm a dick in the gym. No, but if I'm in the middle of my workout doing my shit and I'm doing some kind of like timed short rest, I'm more than happy to spot you, more than happy to come over and watch you fucking lift after I do what I'm going to do, because you're asking me a favor. It's a normal human thing. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to make sure that it's convenient for my workout to help you. That's not why I'm here, to help you lift. But of course, I'm not going to, that's the deal that we'll make at the moment. If I'm in between sets and I just finished, cool. Yeah, I got a moment. I usually don't like doing that. Go to the gym with a gym partner, plan that shit. Because here's another thing. Not everyone has that. I'm not saying just be an asshole to people, but spotting is a very technical thing. Everyone always pretends like, hey, you want to just give me a spot. That person is going to be helping you lift the weights without helping you too much. That person you're trusting to catch and or help guide the bar away from you if you're going to drop it on your face. Spotting is a skill, and most people, 99.9% of people, don't know how to spot. Don't know how to spot a squat, don't know how to spot a bench, don't know even where to begin with spotting a bench. Most people that require a spot for a bench need at least 2 spotters, and most people only have maybe 1. You usually need 3 spotters, and how many times do you have like a trifecta of 3 people that actually know how to do a 3-person squat, 3-person spot? Even for squatting, a lot of times you require multiple spotters. What's your opinion on fasted training? It's fine. If you prefer it, go for it. Suggestions on shin splints. Stop heel to toe running. Former competitive runner, so I know the icing, stretching, and strengthening, but I start the week feeling great, and towards the end of the week, I'm super achy in my shins. It's because you're running heel to toe and you're running fundamentally improperly for your body. Check out my podcast on barefoot running. You have to transition very slowly and you have to strengthen up your feet a lot. But if you're running heel to toe, the reason why you're getting shin splints is because you're running wrong. And it's always going to come back. And you're going to have those issues endlessly. If you're running heel to toe, you're just asking for shin splints over and over again. Awesome. Welcome to the fam. Thanks for answering. Just joined Swole X. Congratulations. Welcome. Lost in Central Valley. Oh, that's an old message from earlier. Sorry. I just saw that. Got to go kill them weights. Good shit. Go get it. I have been doing HIIT training for a year and they changed the programming. I was bulking up too much in the shoulders and arms. My trainer said to increase the weight to reduce size, but I read that you should reduce weights. Increase weight? I don't know the details of that. If you increase the resistance, you're going to increase your strength output, or you're going to challenge your body more for strength. I don't know anyone that's increasing the weight to get smaller muscles. I don't prescribe to HIIT training particularly, so it depends on what's my opinion. I have no idea, like all the details of whatever you just said. That's a general, you just whittled it down to this general concept, so you get a general answer. More weights, more strength, and more hypertrophy. But I don't know the context of what he's saying for you specifically. Thoughts on calisthenics and body weight training? Body weight training, you control your body, but it's going to limit how much muscle you build. Depends on what your goal is. I have one sister. Can you build muscle with body weight? Sure. Are you going to plateau? Yeah. You can only overload your body with so much. But even if you're doing bodybuilding, you should be doing like wide grip pull-ups. You could do weighted pull-ups, weighted dips. You could still do body weight stuff. Just add resistance. There's different ways to do it to increase the muscle gain from body weight exercise. You can increase your body weight, right? A lot of people just focus on lifting weights and they forget the body weight stuff. I think you should still have control of your body weight. You should be able to do pull-ups. You should be able to do dips and body weight squats and lunges, and you can do sprinting. You can do plyometrics. You do those things. You can do a lot of body weight stuff and still build a lot of muscle with combined strength training. It just seems now with Instagram and people trying to get like fancy videos and cool flips and on the bar. I don't know what the obsession with bars are. I think it's just because it's free. People go to the park and work out. So, hey, I don't have to have a gym membership. I'm outside. Look, I'm cool. I'm doing spins and just getting tendonitis in my elbows and overdeveloping certain areas and not training fucking legs. These guys, these kids on the bars all wear pants because they never do legs. They got skinny fucking legs. Of course you're lifting yourself and flipping over a bar and doing all these planches and fancy shit because you skip leg day. If you don't have any muscle mass in your fucking legs, yeah, you can do a fucking flag real easy when you got twigs. It's like these guys are fucking shredded and ripped and then just wearing like sweatpants. You see skinny fucking legs. Okay. Good luck with that. I don't think it's anything to be, I'm not sneezing at it. I think it's still impressive to do all that stuff. It's impressive, but I don't know where, my point originally was, I don't know where this calisthenic stuff kind of came into fitness and it seems like it's one or the other. Everyone that comes in here, like, what do you think about calisthenics? What do you think about body weight training? I think it's fine. I mean, you're building the body. If you're building muscles and you're bodybuilding, you're building the muscles in the body. You're building even and balance. The way I talk about bodybuilding, I'm not talking about being oiled up, juiced up on stage. What I'm talking about bodybuilding is building the body, building the muscles evenly, balanced, proportionate, doing your yoga inside and out, mental, everything. Bodybuilding should be psychological. That's the Swolenormous approach. It's the mental game. It's the mobility. It's the active recovery. It's the hypertrophy. It's the strength. It's the endurance. Do you have to go climbing up a fucking rope 13 times for time to get a great workout? No, it's going to tire you out. It's going to get you better at climbing a fucking rope, but it depends on what you want the outcome to be. If you want to get better at basketball, you better have basketball in your programming. You better be playing basketball. Otherwise, just going to the gym and I'm trained to get, stronger for basketball. Well, you got to play basketball to get better at the sport. So it depends on what skill or what output you want and making sure that the training matches up to what you want the outcome to be. The good news is if you're trying to build muscle, there's so many ways to do it. It's the caloric surplus. It's the consistency. It's the progressive overload. But like I mentioned, there are many different ways to progressively overload. You could do it with frequency and volume and, exercise selection. You could do it with failure reps. You don't have to necessarily always be increasing in strength. You don't have to always be doing hardcore, random fucking exercises. A lot of it's repetitive. A lot of it's the same. But it's what you want the outcome to be. You're climbing, so calisthenics makes a lot of sense. Well, if you're doing rock climbing, yeah, if you're doing rock climbing, you're not trying to get big. Quite the opposite. So you'll get better at climbing just by climbing all the time. The more you climb, the better you'll get. There you go. Climbing's more skill than it is strength. I mean, it's both. It's the endurance. It's getting exposed to it. It's very specific. Can you do stuff at home with like ledges and like holds and stuff? Sure. Farmer's walks. Also working the extensors. Get some of those devices that help strengthen the muscles on the outside part of your forearm. Any kind of grip strength. Just dead hangs from a bar. Also just farmer's walks, deadlifts. Deadlifts on back day or leg day, either, or on a separate day. Depends on your split and if you're sore and what you like to do. I don't like doing a lot of compound movements. I don't like doing the same shit over and over and over again. I don't like doing deadlifts and then squats and then RDLs. It's too much for one day. I tend to do deadlifts on a separate day. Thanks for the daily dose of common sense. Common sense is not common. Every time I feel lazy, I hear your voice in my head about just sucking up and doing it and about the difference between motivation and discipline. Fuck that motivation shit. Look, I don't feel like going to the gym tonight. I don't feel like going tonight, but I'm going to. I'm going to go right now. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do. No one cares. You don't care if I feel like it. You don't care. You don't feel like it either. What do you give a shit if I fucking feel like it? If I'm going to tell you to get off your fucking ass and go to the gym, I better get off my fucking ass and go to the gym. Better do it. And to everyone, let's see, everyone had a birthday today. D2H had a birthday. I was bashing on birthdays earlier, but happy birthday. Happy birthday to everyone. I just don't like celebrating birthdays. I think it's silly. But I understand if you like it, that's cool. Enjoy your life. Do your thing. It's really interesting, though, when it comes to building muscle. It's it's such an open field. That's why there's so many different things that work. And that's why it can seem confusing. Because a lot of things do work and can work. And some things work different for different people. And some people like high reps for shoulders. Some people like low reps. Some people like both. Some people like, everyone that has found something that worked for them is going to be like, this works, do it this way. And someone else tries it. This doesn't work, but that works. Oh shit. There's so many different things. Yeah. These people tried things until they found what works. And then they say, this works for them. That's why everyone's always asking, what do you do? And the thing is, I know I'm going to say, this is what I do. And then people are just going to copy that. That doesn't make it, like, you don't understand it. You're just memorizing. You're just following the leader. My content, and that's just the struggle. It's not glamorous, but I try to teach you how to fish. I teach you the ways to understand it. You have to understand in your fucking soul, in your bones. You have to understand why you're doing what you're doing. You have to understand the body. You have to understand yourself, and you have to keep on practicing that. And the more you can do that, the better you'll be at program design, at scheduling, at pushing yourself. You'll understand what you can handle, what you can't handle. And that's the process. That's the challenge. And that's what I'm trying to circumvent when it comes to all this shit. Hey, do this program and gain mass. Do this bulking program. Do this. Okay, but you need these other components too. It's not just, hey, are you looking better? Cool, you got great results. Maybe you're rotted on the inside because you're just riddled with inflammation from eating this garbage food just to fit your fucking macros. So I am not into that. So I'm trying to change the approach. Change that approach. Change it. Will 2 days of hypertrophy training with 4 of Olympic lifting still build the muscles? Maybe. I know I'll get strong already. Maybe. Strength is a component of hypertrophy, but maybe. 2 days of hypertrophy training and 4 days of Olympic lifting sounds like you're doing a lot of overload. Might be too much. I don't know. Depends on what you're doing on those Olympic days. What's your real goal? Why are you doing 4 days of Olympic lifting and then trying to put on muscle too? Right? What do you want? What's your main goal? If your main goal is Olympic lifting, then add the hypertrophy and see if it works. But if it starts affecting your Olympic lifting, you're going to want to drop it. What's your main goal? What's your main output? Last question. I saw a vid that said if you are in keto, you shouldn't do long workouts. 1 hour will be enough. But actually, I don't know what the right time to be in my gym. My friends say 3 hours. Oh, you're all over the place. You got to listen to some of my content. I'm not even going to answer that question. It's not about the time length. So you asked like 4 or 5 really deep and complicated questions. Competition work for Olympic is why I do it. All right. So you could add in those things and see if it improves or is detrimental to your Olympic lifting. And then if it is detrimental, you back it off. Or if it's helping you, you keep it on. Just make sure you're doing your active recovery. Thank you so much, everyone, for asking your questions and for joining me for episode 1127 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. As per the questions, if they weren't that detailed, make sure you tune in on Sunday. We do all Q&As on Sunday. Just give a little bit more context, a little bit more detail. When you ask general stuff like it with diet and training, it's not, for example, it's not about the length of how long you train. It's not necessarily about the keto. What's your goal? What's your experience? And a lot of people will just give answers based on that. But at the same time, I can't give answers based on no context. So it really depends. And just from a sentence on Instagram, of course, you couldn't give all that information and I couldn't absorb all that information. So some of these questions just have many more aspects and many more layers that makes it negligent if I just answer with one swift, like, oh, do this. So it's not always the case like that. So I appreciate your patience and make sure you tune in tomorrow and every day and ask your questions. But also Sunday is the Sunday Funday Q&A where just do tons of questions. So I'll see you tomorrow for 1128. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swole, out.